Hey guys, welcome to a video on a channel that you may never have seen before. Um, but yeah, this channel is going to be dedicated to real life football videos. So obviously today I'm talking about QPR. There'll be more videos where I talk about situations of other clubs or um, other players and stuff. You know, like for example, Manchester United. Maybe that one will be coming out with Harry soon. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. If you have any topics you want to see me and other people discuss, leave them in the comments. But yeah, thank you for watching, and leave your thoughts about this video in the comments as well.
What's up guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be discussing kind of the issues surrounding QPR. I don't know if I'd really call them issues, but mainly the reasons behind the poor form. I want to, obviously as a fan, somebody who goes to all the home games and watches majority of the away games, I think I do have a decent level of insight. Obviously I've seen a lot of stuff on Twitter and stuff of other fans as well as how they feel about the situation, what they think is going on. But first, I just want to say there's a real lack of desire on the pitch from a majority of the players. You know, like, especially when we go down or something doesn't go right for us, the heads just drop. They don't try. Lack of energy, lack of pride, even. Like, you think against Cardiff, we were winning 1-0. Their equaliser was completely and utterly the referee's fault. It should have been a foul on, I think, Dickey it was. It wasn't given, but they scored from that. Poor goalkeeper from Marshall, but still, it's a couple minutes later again they get a lucky free kick and they scored from it. But after that point, we didn't, say, okay, we've been dealt some bad luck. Let's go on and try and, win this. Try and get something from this. At least try to go forward. We didn't do anything. You think against Peterborough, even like this is the worst team in the league. They're pretty much already in League One, right? We were 1-0 up. We should have been 4-0 up at half time, if we're going to be real here. We had so many chances, just wasteful in front of goal. But we went in at 1-1, and you think, okay, not great, should be doing a lot better. But it's not the end of the world, still another half to go. And within the first 10 minutes, we've given away a penalty, conceded that penalty, and then conceded a minute later again. And still, we had one shot on target that whole game. One, against the bottom team. And it was just pathetic, we didn't do anything going forward. Even against Nottingham Forest, we were 1-0 up at half time. Lucky to be 1-0 up. And yeah, they scored a screamer in the second half to equalise. Willock got injured as well in that game. I can't believe the quality of the pitch that they had. And unfortunately, he's now out for the season, which is just great. But yeah, even in that game, we just didn't do anything. Conceded 2 more times in the last 10 minutes. And we lost that. And then you think, okay, cool. Against Luton, we were 1-0 down. Again, should have been disallowed because they clearly handballed. I don't know how the ref didn't see that. But we played, we in the second half, we equalised and then we scored the winner as well. It was weird because if we do that in any of the other games I've talked about, we get a lot more points. Against Blackpool, we had 10 men from the 40th minute and we still went on to win that game. Again, Millwall, the fans, we outsung the Millwall fans for 70 minutes. Even when we were 2-0 down, we were still outsinging them for a bit. But there comes a point where the fans can't do anything because the team just isn't reacting to it, isn't, reciprocating the same energy. And in that game, we were pathetic. Against Barnsley, even, 1-0 loss against, at that time, I think they were bottom, or they were in the bottom 3. Losing that, it's very, very poor from us. Against Blackburn as well, didn't do anything in that game. It isn't great from us. But yeah, I think that, earlier on in the season against, if I remember back to August, you look at the Barnsley at home game, we were 2-0 down within the first half an hour. We were playing terribly, and in the second half, we were all over them. We managed to equalise, get a 2-2 draw out of that game. We played with passion in that game. We looked like a team who wanted something. And that seems to have just gone. And I don't know why that's gone. I'll get into reasons for that later. But, even looking at a game against Preston, start of October, 2-1 down in the 70th minute. We had a disallowed goal. Straight after that disallowed goal, we scored. And a goal that counted. And a couple minutes later, we were 3-2 up. Again, showing desire, showing an intent to win. You know, against Blackburn at home, 0-0, we were all over them. Their time wasting and everything. We got a goal late on. Again, showed the desire, you know. So it just doesn't make, like, even the Huddersfield game at home, we won 1-0, the late goal there, the defence at the end, Seny Dieng, obviously he's also injured, which is a big blow for us. But yeah, I don't know where this desire's gone, you know, and we had a poor December. We only had like 2 games, I think, against Stoke and Bournemouth. We lost both of them, didn't play particularly well in either. But in January, we were very, very good. You know, we won, I think, all but 1 game. I think we won like 5 out of 6. And as soon as Feb rolls round, we just capitulated, to be honest. We've won 2 games, I think, which was the Blackpool and the Luton game. I don't think we've won any others. 2 wins in our last 10 league games is horrible. We're the worst form team in the league in the last 5. It's not good. And some of the signings that were made on, like, Jeff Hendrick, I don't know why he's even in the team. He's an old man. He doesn't do anything spectacular when he's on the pitch. He doesn't do anything. Why is he playing? Luke Amos against Peterborough was our best player. He scored the goal. He was, making good tackles, making good runs into the box. He played with a lot of energy. He gets taken off after 60 minutes. I don't get the logic in that. I do get that he just had a year-long injury, but he's been back for like 3-4 months now. It's time to give him game time, because he was by far, I wouldn't say by far, but he was definitely one of the best, if not the best, and I think he was the best player on the pitch in that first half. We're losing. Why take him off for Jeff Hendrick, who doesn't do anything? Like, Sanderson is on in that game was horrible. Like, Barbe had played 97 consecutive games for QPR. We dropped him against Nottingham Forest. I think it was just because Mark wanted Sanderson's pace to deal with, I think, Jed Spence or something, which doesn't really make any sense to me, because Wallace played, who's very slow. Very good player for us, though. I think he does a very good job, but he is slow, and that's where Spence would have been running. Spence wouldn't have been running at Sanderson because he's a right wing back. He plays wide. But yeah, we conceded 3 goals in that game. Sanderson hasn't done anything great since coming. I still remember on his debut, we all cheer, Dion, and he made a mistake. I still remember that. We didn't concede from it, but I still remember that mistake. And he again played against Peterborough, and he was horrible, man. Legit, the mistake that he made for their 3rd goal, where he got skinned by Marriott right in front of my eyes. I could not believe what I was seeing. It was so poor. He got bodied by a little, like, 5'6" man when he's tall. And he almost slipped and fucking fell. It was really poor. But yeah, I don't get why. I get Barbe might be leaving at the end of the season. I still think we should probably give him a new deal, because he has been probably our most consistent player, and he always puts in a good performance. So I don't get why he ain't playing, especially since Sanderson's only here on loan. We're likely not going to sign him permanently, and if we do, if he plays like how he is now, it's not going to be great. But yeah, I think putting him in the team hasn't been great. Dunn has been a great player for us, and he's having to move from the centre, where he's played the whole season, to the left for that game. He didn't do too bad, but it's upsetting the morale of the team bringing in these 2 players who don't need to be in the team. We were fine without them, and I would get keeping them on the bench as like backup players in case someone gets injured or someone's tired or whatever, or someone's on a yellow card. You don't want to risk them getting sent off, but they should not be starting. They should not be being brought on when we are losing to the bottom team. Or Sanderson started, but still Hendrick shouldn't be getting brought on. And also, like, I don't know why Mark decided to take off Andre Gray also in the 60th minute with Amos, when he scored in like 3 or 4 games in a row. He's been our only proper goal threat this season, because he's been given a run in games now. And to take him off for Charlie Austin, like, I love Charlie Austin, all QPR fans love Charlie Austin, but I don't think he's able to lead the line on his own, especially when, we have Chair and Thomas, who are 2 players that like the ball to feet and to run, Keeping Andre Gray on with Charlie Austin, good decision, because Austin can win the headers, Gray runs in behind, decent tactics, could get a goal from that, especially because Peterborough's defence is not great at all. Not how we only managed to get 1 shot on target still, but, doing that, and you think, okay, cool, not a bad tactical decision. But he took him off. Like, he wasn't even bad in the first half. I think there was a chance that Chair had where he should have probably squared it, but he shot and he didn't score. But I think if he squares it, Gray scores, if I remember correctly, anyway. But yeah, taking him off was it was bewildering. He scored against Forest, he scored against Cardiff, he scored against Luton. Like, you know, don't know why we would take him off. And you know, at that point, I was like, alright, cool. You know, he's messed up the subs. You pretty much give up hope at that point. And it's like, you know, he wants to still play the same way, where at the start of the season it worked perfectly. You know, we get the balls in behind, we were in on goal. But now teams have sussed it out. They've realised, okay, this is how Queen's Park Rangers like to play. Let's just drop the defensive line back a bit. They can't get the balls in behind. It's going to be harder for them to score. You know, like Gray isn't a target man. We can't like cross it into him from wide. I guess Austin kind of is, but we still didn't put in any quality balls for him. So, you know, it's he's not changing the tactics enough. Like, at this point, you've got to change the shape. Say, okay, we'll play a fullback. If you don't want to play Barbe, okay, if he's leaving, fine. Don't play Sanderson. Just change it to a fullback. Play Dickey and Dunn together, because they've both been good. You know, 4-2-3-1 or something, or 4-3-3, whatever. Like, you need to change something, Mark. And I know you're the manager, and I'm a 19-year-old kid who has never had any management experience. I don't know how it works, whatever. But I can see something needs to change. The substitutions were very questionable. And, you know, we have been unlucky with injuries. You know, obviously, Dieng's injured and Marshall's injured, two of our two main keepers. We've had to sign another emergency backup. And Chris Willock, our best player, is also injured for the rest of the season. So, you know, we don't really have a lot of depth up front. George Thomas is going to have to really, you know, perform. I think Lyndon Dykes is coming back, but he has just been called up by the Scottish national team. I don't know if he's playing or not, but hopefully he isn't, because, you know, he hasn't even played for us for a while. But yeah, so we have been unlucky on that front, but still, it's not really an excuse for the performance, for the, you know, lack of desire that I mentioned earlier that we've been showing. And with that being said, I don't think we should sack Warburton. You know, in the last year, he's really changed the club. You know, we were in the relegation zone a year ago, or closer relegation zone, and now, you know, we're still in with a shot at promotion. We've got Sheffield United twice this month. We've got Huddersfield this month as well, and obviously Fulham. Well, next month, I should say. We're not in April yet. But, yeah, you know, those 4 games, I think Fulham is going to be very tough. But it's a local derby. We need to show desire in that game, especially. We have Sheffield United away after that. That's going to be tough. We've got Huddersfield not long after that as well. So, you know, we've got some really big games coming up. Hopefully this international break has given, you know, the players time to rethink what they're doing. Hopefully it's given time for Mark to maybe make some new tactics or whatever. And yeah, obviously Austin put out a tweet, I think yesterday or the day before or something, talking about the situation, saying how we need the fans to get behind the team and stuff. And he is right. We do need to still back the boys, because they're in a good position still. With the budget we operate at, we shouldn't be really this high, but we've got here now. Yes, we would have all taken this, but that's not an excuse now to throw away what we've worked so hard to achieve, if you know what I'm saying. So hopefully the boys can turn it around. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you soon for another video.